Good evening and welcome here to our open circle for masculine empowerment. We open and contain the energy as we are allowing the attendees to reach us. As we are joining in, we are sensing our connections through our body. Our bodily experience is the strongest coherent connection to our reality. Allow yourself to reach through this entrance into a mutual reality and this grand opening of this new era possibility to share, to unify our mutual consciousness and to allow it to reach the highest possibility in this meeting. Breathe and release. Connect and release. Allow yourself to be present and to be supported by the field. You don't have to know anything about it. You don't have to understand anything. Allowing yourself to be here by choice and sense the connection that is, and sense what happens as we are joining in this first circle for masculine empowerment. We will open the first circle for feminine empowerment on the 10th of October. This is your channel. My name is Marion Lane. I'm a Danish modern shaman, an energy technician, a cosmic translator, and a seer. I'm here to support our field to be connected and to reveal the new layers of possibilities that we can reach when we are gathering like this. As we are joining in, the energy intensifies. Allow yourself to sense how it affects your field, your energy, when this contribution from the mutual field in our collaboration here reach you. Breathe, soft, deep. Use the sigh to create the release that's offered you for this connection. And because this is a masculine circle, we will begin with the gathering of the males who is present here. And no matter if you're present online live or via replay, you will have the same experience with the energy. This is related to the opening from the 7 to 13D that's present here in our reality on this earth in these times. It opens the capacity in our mutual energy field in a way that you can mirror it to be like what we know from technology, what we know from the World Wide Web, and everything that goes with this. So when we are going into this ceremony and we are recording it and allowing it to be present on the internet to be reused, then the energy, the ceremony will be recorded in the hard disk in a mutual field of consciousness. And I get the signal to open here. So the females, the women that's present here, you allow yourself now to receive. And the males that's present here, allow yourself to step into your empowerment. And without thinking about what it is, No analyzing, no recognition, no search for what is empowerment here. Allow you to be supported by the field and allow it to reveal itself in your experience, in your ways. Nothing is wrong and right here. And each of us have our own presence, our own part, our own dot in the existence of the universe. So your universal entrance opens here, no matter if you as a female, as a woman receive, or if you're as a male, as a man now enters your empowerment. Being silent to allow your observation, your version to appear. The circle of masculine empowerment ignites, begins the transmutation into reuniting. The unification process that opens with no beginnings and no ends, opens with the layers of consciousness that can comprehend. Allow yourself to be in the revelation within yourself as an adventurous being on this mutual journey that is. The women, the females, hold your intention on receiving. The men, the males, hold your intention on being your masculine empowerment. Not your power, your empowerment. Yes. With this collaboration, we gather for the unification, the opening for the mutual field of consciousness. Maybe you get the sense of it. Maybe you don't. Allow it to be what it is without disturbing it. We are the hugest, the most huge disturbance to our own consciousness. So do you allow yourself to rest and only be present through your observation? Give you a moment of leisure where you can experience the sense of being not disturbed by yourself. We are enhancing the circle. The females, the women's. Keep your intention on receiving. The males, the men. Stay in your empowerment. Whatever appears in your bodily experience and your energy, allow it to be. No matter if it's good or not so good, give it so much space it can give. It can be given. Give it so much space that you can imagine. The part of you that fights, the part of you that struggle with uniting with yourself, with everything that makes sense, might have a little bit of struggle right now. Allow it. Allow it, allow it. The connection, the support for the unification process is enhanced by the circle. Release the struggle with the doubt. Allow it to be. The doubt is okay, as long as it's not leading the way. Invite it in to enhance the space for your consciousness. Allow it to expand with grace, as no struggle within exerts the pace. Circle is enhanced as we are opening together with everybody in this earth consciousness field. Every body that steps into the masculine empowerment and allow it to ignite the mature presence that unites. The men, the males, stay in your empowerment, and the females, the women, keep your intention on receiving. We are reaching the ancient layers, reaching for the purification process. Mutuality and empowerment in the same sentence has carried difficulties throughout times, carried in your heritage, in your libraries. Reaching for the stargaze, the maze of consciousness that carries the presence of the revelation of existence without a fight. It opens and enhances the field. Opens in your inner span. Your inner extension. Your capacity that reach beyond imagination. If you are creating the future through the past, it will be repeated. And as your consciousness has carried the burden, the cosmic burden from the human people on this earth, the recreation of the cosmic burden has been straight ahead, the easy path to recreate. In this enhanced circle, we unite to surpass this multiplication of the karmic burden. We enlight the mass of consciousness that carries the density without a future. As the men, the males, stay strong in the empowerment of the masculinity, the women, the females, stays in receiving. The subconscious layers opens because it's time, prepared for a lineage of carriage of consciousness, subconsciously carried, prepared to open when we are ready. And that's now, which is now. Breathe. Allow it. When the consciousness carry a burden, it's disturbed. When it carries possibility, it's enforced. In these days, we reach the passage, the bridge for our consciousness to reach the availability of shifting from the burden to capacity. The stargaze, this enhanced maze of consciousness, is now ignited in everybody. The males, the men stays in the empowerment, and the women, the female stays in receiving. As the consciousness reach the boundaries, the floor, the ceilings, it expands, creating togetherness carried in civilizations across the universe. The special civilizations that carries the universal consciousness aligns in these times. And the preparation in your consciousness to be available to receive this support that's given is enhanced and enforced here. One more time, the man steps in or stays within your empowerment. And the females, as they are receiving, experience the expansion, the special expansions that comes from within. The spatial expansion is created to reach the stargaze, the star maze. And you could say that the riddles that's carried in this earth in these times is beyond believing, beyond capacity, beyond availability to solve the riddles, to reach the center. By this unification process and our mutuality, we are surpassing this contradictionary state of being, because we are the maze that we can't contain and that we can't comprehend, where we can't solve a riddle. We are our own trouble. Gathering here, we are reaching beyond fear, and fear is the troublemaker here. The expansions in the female fields support the empowerment to get stronger and to reveal to everybody here, maybe now, maybe later, what is your troublemaker? Where do you keep yourself down? Where do you help yourself from reach subtle ground? When you see it, you can change it. Change it. You get the passage here, the bridge. Just remembering this collaboration, this circle, and ask for support when you reach it in your everyday life, and it will come to you. With the expansion, the enhancement of the empowerment in the male health field, the female health field opens to more details in the maze, the star maze. Maybe you sense your bodily experience change. If you do so, track it. Keep yourself aware of it. In these next days, weeks, and months to come, to allow your consciousness to be especially aware of everything that comes and goes, is the best training, is the best exercise you can do for your consciousness, to not only accept, but to integrate, to allow your programs to be updated with this possibility that's reaching us here, the trespassing through our cosmic burden into our enlightened possibility, right here, right now. Let's embed it into our DNA memory field in a way that supports us the best, everywhere, at any time. Breathe, sense your body, the male, the man stays in the empowerment. Reach the sense of being. Being complete. The females, the women's expand. Reach being more than enough. As being complete and being more than enough begins to enhance each other. It embeds direct in your DNA library. Not only this exchange, this enhancement, this connection with the star maze and the consciousness grace, but in every consciousness glimpse, reflection that comes in the next days, weeks, and months, it'll be support for mutuality. Breathe. Reaching the highest possibilities for now. And open to the future. A future chosen by the highest possibility supports us into the highest mutuality in a continuum of expansion into highest possibilities. Highest possibilities in a continuum for us, each and everyone, and in the mutual field as one at the same time. Creates consciousness that makes sense and makes sense and makes sense and makes sense that makes sense. Opens the human experience of making a difference. That contributes to your soul experience. That contributes to your soul significance and your soul alliances. That creates soul certainty. The soul certainty creates the future in the now. Allow it, allow it, allow it. Allow it, allow it, allow it. reaching the potentials, the prophecies for gathered earth people and their mutual consciousness. Igniting a functionality that goes beyond every reality that have been. That has been. As we are gathering here into the prophecies, the enhancement of the circle goes beyond previous versions, the past, enters the future through the now. The conscious consciousness gives birth to this presence of soul certainty. You will find it in your reality when you are suddenly safe. Suddenly safe arrives without a thought, without a consideration. It arrives by itself. Soul certainty creates new paths where you couldn't see them before. They allow your greatness in the smallest perspective in all that is. So allow yourself to be so proven, so proud in everything that is. Is this like a fairy tale? When you listen here, sense your soul certainty. Your knowing right here, right now, as it enhances the masculine empowerment in a mutual field of consciousness, right here, right now, in our smallest gathering, and in the collected, connected, mutual field of consciousness. Aligned, enhanced, providing functionality. Reaching the highest and the deepest vibration aligned. Your field, your spheric field of consciousness that opens from 7 to 13D. Ignites. Carrying the stargaze, star maze in your version, your signature. Your energy fingerprint. Your energy DNA. Enhance your presence of exactly that signature of vibration that contains your unification and ignites a signal that reach other consciousness signals that support each other to the highest, the best, without a language, without a physical meeting, without a knowing exchange. Already here, it begins. The subconscious exchange. That exchange creation and more unification creates the enhancement of the consciousness and your carriage of your energy fingerprint. Everything that exchange with your energy, everything you exchange by your energy goes to the highest possibility and exchange. Slowly reaching the tipping point, the shift from this for this circle today. To be self-carrying and self-caring. Same. And anybody who is easy at blaming would say, being self-consciousness, taking care of yourself, takes time and energy for you to be present and taking care of everything and everybody else. But this goes way beyond that 1 + 1 gives 2. This goes way beyond a possibility to calculate or to interpret what's right and wrong, what's enough and not enough. Because this is an explosion of energy availability that reach you when you are aligning and go into the shift of self-carrying through self-caring. Ignited in the mutuality. The next ignition goes beyond and opens to your soul purpose in your everyday life, where every exchange in the energy and in the reality begins to make sense. Allow yourself to step into this voyage, this adventure. It's not a fairy tale, it's a human tale. And you are it. As we gather here in this circle, we are creating a positive short circuit on difficulties that really gives us struggles to reach our highest possibility. We are keeping the straight line, allowing here the men to hold the empowerment and the female to receive. And then in the circle for female empowerment, we agree to switch. We are short circuiting ancient codes and allow them to purify themselves in our highest purpose by your soul that knows. Breathe. Slowly we reach the peak of this circle. Just holding it. So allow a consciousness field of energy and a system to embed this in the memory. And it's so fulfilling, it's so fitting that it's easy memorized, it's easy recognized, and it's easy carried into your reality, where you suddenly will experience yourself making more sense, being more consciously, without thinking about it, without working for it. It appears by itself with this mutual support for release and positive short circuits. Breathe. Stays here. And at the same time, we are opening for any sharings, any questions on this last part of our gathering of the circle. There's a reason why we are not deepening ourselves into the word of masculinity. The word masculine, the word masculinity carries so much predetermined energy. And we are here to release that predetermined energy, to allow masculinity to be reborn into the new era consciousness, the new era possibility. And you are here to be that one that is giving birth to the new era masculinity, and to allow this possibility, this prophecy, to ignite and to exist in this reality. It takes a lot. When we are gathering here, we support each other, not only in this circle at this moment, but in the time to come. And whenever you sense, oh, I could use some help, remember the circle and call for it. And it will reach you through your memory, in your energy. When we gather here with the circle for masculine empowerment and the circle for feminine empowerment, we are calling it in and short circuit the powers, the purity, to allow it to ignite and be reborn into a reality. We will meet the experience, we will meet the understandings in our own presence, in our consciousness. It will appear. We will subtly know with our soul certainty. This is it. This is the masculinity. We didn't know. We couldn't see it. We couldn't reach to the expansion of consciousness that was necessary to actually carry the sacred masculinity, carry the masculinity where everything is held and expanded to its highest purity, the present presence that creates this creator span, this constantly creation of making sense. The energy begins to settle, the landing of the energy work of this circle. Allow yourself, maybe right now or when you sense that this could be now, allow yourself to play with the question, what is masculinity? What is masculine to me? Sense when it's not soul certain. Sense when it's a bit off and allow it to be. We can only reach the highest possibility by allowing every possibility to come by and show us the path. Show us the nah, and the path of acknowledgement, whether it's reach you in this knowingness, this soul certainty. Play with it. But be true. Be serious about it. It's a highly important task for humanity. An open energy work and a circle like this, channeled through realities, is a power path. So when you're using this possibility, it's an enhanced possibility. And when you sense it as a part of your truth, a part of your path, the smallest presence, the smallest focus where you allow this to work through what you are, creates a huge difference, not only for yourself, but for everybody. Everybody's here and everybody that will come. And have a little sharing here. Thank you so much, dear, for the session. Thank you so much for your presence and thank you for the beautiful words. This is a first. This is the first time. I know I've been prepared for this for some years, actually. I sense that these circles will be a part of something that opens throughout the years, this year, and will be fulfilled in the beginning of 2025. Gatherings of different circles with different purposes, and as support in these times with different angles, different teachings. And so guided that 2 weeks ago I didn't know that this day will come where we will gathering like this. And I hope that you'll share. I know the energy is strong, and often we are going into some kind of meditation state, some kind of trance, or sleeping. And then it might take some days before it really reaches you. Maybe you're going to the replay, and then you experience something more here, and then suddenly you know what this is, what it gives you, what it brings in, new consciousness, new knowing. And then I hope you will share. I hope you'll share in the group or in the comments to the video. Thank you from the heart. Thank you. It's shared here. I sense it so deep. I sense how it works in my spine. I've been really far away. And thank you so much for this beautiful moment. Thank you. Thank you, magical energy. And thank you very much. Thank you. I'm touched. Staying here as the energy is landing, sensing the support, the gathering of energy. And not so much a lot of beings, a lot of creatures. They're here, but this is highly related to our energy systems and the energy technology, you could say. So the beings, the energies have been the stepping back a bit, supporting at a distance, allowing us to sense ourselves and the energy technology more, especially the sensing of ourselves in this enhancement and this positive short circuits. We are traveling, you could say, through time. When we are meeting in the Open Circle for Feminine Empowerment, the 10th of October, we will continue the journey. Thank you all. It says here, thank you to everybody. Everybody who participates now and then. Oh. And the greeting here, it was so fine for me in my new consciousness as a man in balance. Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel it on the left side of my lower body. And often when we sense it like that, you can expand it to support the sense to be in the right side as well. Because often when you sense it in the left side, it's actually because it's working in the right side to balancing it to be equally distributed, your sense of yourself. Thank you. And very strong, heartfelt, powerful. Thank you so much. Touching. Very strong. Thank you. Shared here. And looking forward to next time. And bye. Thank you so much. Looking forward to, we are gathered here in Crete for energy work until the 10th of October here. So we will for sure be in preparation. We will for sure do our work to support the opening, the expansion of this circle and the opening of the next circle. And I have these glimpses about what the shift is about, what we are supporting here. But it's not coming through the channeling, then it's because I wait. And it's better this way. Breathe. Sense yourself and the energy. It supports the landing in the mutuality. And we can try to do a little consciousness yoga. So if you sense your body, breathing, perhaps close your eyes if it's easier for you that way. The eyesight catch up a huge part of your bandwidth. Somebody's easier with open eyes. Somebody is easier with closed eyes. Try it out. Find your best. Send your body. And now you choose the mutuality. I choose my mutuality. And then you allow it to open from within, allow it to expand. It supports your ignition and your birth of your consciousness in the mutual version. Give it some time. Still connected to the body. Sense yourself and choose I am me with nobody else. Sense a shift. Sense a change that comes by itself. With the positive short circuits, we create the possibility to be complete mutual, but also complete ourselves. And when we can be complete mutual and completely ourselves, then the negative short circuits between masculine and feminine can be released. And release the usage of so much energy, so much of our bandwidth, so much of our consciousness, creating confusion, disturbance. So when you are a bit confused, if you sense yourself as a bit disturbed, you can use this again. I am mutual. I am my mutuality. Allow it to shift as you sense it. And shift. I am me with nobody else than me. So many patterns, so much disturbance released, so much peace. And it's not only saying it, it's the energy work. It's a mutual work here that allows these words to have an effect, to have any power at all. Breathe, releasing, prepare yourself to step out of the open circle for masculine empowerment, our first gathering here. I believe it's 4 years ago since I first had the first inner vision where I saw this, and now it's here. Oh, and I have a sharing here. My heart and my throat is at work in this. Expand, but the pain stays. So sometimes the pain is a blockage, sometimes the pain is something that's going on in the energy, and we can use that to expand even more. Balanced, healthy. Sometimes the reaction is physical, it's actually physical tensions. And then actually yoga, actually using small stretches, hot water, singing, a lot of different things where you support yourself in physical release, body therapy that's soft and mild can be a really good contribution when we are releasing through the energy. How do I sort out, how do I find out if it's one or the other? If you open this pain and you're breathing, and now you're allowing the pain to be everything. Everything in your mutuality and everything in your singularity. The pain is allowed to be everything. A lot of the pain is created by trying to get rid of it. So if you sense any change when you're allowing it, allowing the pain to be everything, if the pain is going down, it's a sign, it's not a proof, but it's a sign that the tension and the pain is released to struggle in the energy and the consciousness, or your consciousness. If the pain is equally the same, it's a sign that it's related to something physical, a tension that's resting in the body, and then doing something to release the physical tensions is a good idea, especially when you have the support from the energy and the energy work. If the pain is getting less intense when you allow it to be present and to fulfill everything, then breathe and sense, what would my body like to do now? What is the best I can do? Do it mildly, do it soft. No crazy movement, no strong, fast movements here. It's really soft, it's really open. So be caring, careful. It's important when we are connecting the consciousness yoga and physical movements or physical release. So being curious, did you sense any change in the pain, or was it the same? Still, it's signs, it's not proof, so it's a good idea to go with it for some days. A lot of people is having a cold these days, giving a sore throat and tension in this area, so it could be it. So if you reuse the energy work in a week or two, and it's completely different, and there's also other signs that shows you might have a bit of a cold, then all in all, then you know. And sharing here, thank you. I got warm again after a day feeling cold. Oh, bless you. So good to hear. And we are reaching the time here for the end of the circle. Thank you so much for the contribution here and there and everywhere. Thank you so much for the gathering here and also through the replay. I'm so excited and really curious to see where will this bring us. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again.